Masuk ke tak aku pun tak tahu. Ui, ada test. Check. Test. Okey, dia dah masuk. Tengok YouTube. Ada ke tak ada ke? Bunyi tak? Ui, ada test. Check. Test. Okey, dia dah masuk. Tengok YouTube. Ada ke tak ada ke? Okey. So dia sudah masuk lah tu. Okey, tengok YouTube. Wow, ada. Mantap. Okay. Nice. Okay, Assalamualaikum semua dan apa khabar? Actually, this is my first multi-stream. I just subscribed from Streamlabs. And this one is my first test, which is, I think it's actually good and very simple to set up. Just pay them. Just pay the Streamlabs services and then just copy and paste the key. I think it's quite simple for me. And this is my first time to getting live on Facebook. So I just search on Facebook how to make a live. Okay, so this is my first and I don't know what to talk. Oh damn. So here's my notification. Okay, actually, I'm creating a new seminar at the end of this year. Actually, it's a hacking seminar, and I provided it for free for programmers, for public people, and users. So actually, this is not a real hacking seminar, but it's enough to define whether our system that we develop or the system that we use today nowadays is actually safe or not, is actually secure or not. Because nowadays you guys know that the hacking industry has been so powerful, so growing up so fast. And I think just like few hours ago I read about the researchers actually found a bug inside our network industry, like the 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. They found a bug where people can hack into the microwave. I think I don't read it. I don't read it all, but I just read the title and some of the description. Actually, I don't know what to talk now, but for those who don't know me, actually my name is Suresh. That's not my real name. My name is Harry. My Malaysian name is Khairi Aiman. Then Assalamualaikum abang, selamat malam. Yeah, Amirul Gaming. Thank you. Ini cuma test je, Amirul. Just a test. Okay, my name is Harry and I've been working as a programmer, I think around 8 years or more than, plus or minus 8 years. I've been developing mobile apps, desktop apps, and then actually I develop a game too, but it's not a big game or the 3D game. Actually, just a 2D game in JavaScript, and some games on IQ game testing with Java. And then I do mobile apps, I do web, I do Windows app and everything. I do everything within my 8 years. Then, of course, actually I've be testing this live stream, and then maybe you will see my screen. Sometimes it got shut up and then got shown up again Actually, because I'm just testing it. So meanwhile, I will talk about my experience too. Like I said, I've been working for programmer, I think about 8 years since 2013 until now. Then I started coding actually 2 years before. Uh, that time I'm not really into programming. I actually into hacking. But you know that I think around 10 years ago, the hacking seems like, oh, very easy. And then we just can search on, we can search it on YouTube, how to hack, how to make a virus. I think this is some kind of public, some kind of familiar title back then 10 years ago. How to make a virus, a simple virus with bat file, the .bat and notepad, how to create a virus with notepad. And this is I think is quite familiar. But then since then I started coding because I felt like creating a virus, creating something like the hacking thing is quite interesting, kan? So I started code. My first code is in VB.net. Actually, back then 10 years ago, the VB script is quite popular. Okay, and then I do YouTube too. I started YouTube, I think, around 5 years ago. But if you see my old 6 years ago, 6 years ago, this is my first content. I'm teaching accounting because uh, I'm continuing my my diploma in accounting, but I just actually my accounting is for my business support, but my main work is programming. So I do business in programming, in security, in training, and then I have knowledge in business to knowledge in accounting to manage my business. Uh, I don't feel like I want to talk in English actually, but I just wanna training my pronunciation, my pronunciation and my life test. I will ask my friends to view and see if it got lag or not. So as you know, actually, if we been through in programming, and then we will actually been through security too, because these two things is quite related to a lot, related to much, because you cannot develop a very good software that is not secure, and then you cannot call it good software if it's not secure. Actually, my first, I think, the last 3 year, the last 5 year or the last 6 years ago, when I was just get into the programming, and then I saw my program first time got hacked by a hacker uh, from I'm copying my URL. Got hacked by Indonesian hacker. They put a deface. They SQL injection my website, and then they put the deface. Actually, that time I don't know. I still don't know what happened. What happened actually, because I just get into the programming industry, and then my system got hacked, and then I got very stressed. I don't know what to do. And then when I saw the WordPress, people said that WordPress is secure. Then I use WordPress. But then since then I don't really know what is open source actually. So I just use WordPress because it's free. I use Joomla, but still my client, my customer got hacked. But later then I started learning about hacking. I'm starting with SQL injection, XSS attack, and then DDoS. I think DDoS is quite popular for. I think it's a essential skill that all hacker should know how to do a DDoS. I think so. I don't know what to talk more. I just want to test my live stream. Okay, so don't get annoyed. Just meanwhile, I will talk anything that I want. I don't know how to see my notification here. Maybe got no notification, but I don't know how to set up this. Uh, So then, when I got work since 2017, I got a contract, development contract, for 1 year, and then 2 years, 1 years, until today. I developing software on education, actually an education platform, online education platform, just like Google Meet, just like Google Classroom. It's kind of like that, but it's a custom for current company. Actually, it's a worldwide company. They have around 10,000 students, and then I developed a video call software for teacher and students, and they have ebook. They have homework platform, exam platform. Everything is online for their school, for their only school. They have their own module, and they have their own games for kids, for their student, actually, not for kids. uh, and that time I just found that a lot of things that I have to learn. Actually, when I develop a video call platform, I think it might can just use a server, a perfect server with the highest RAM, with the higher CPU, with a large hard disk. But it's actually, to develop a platform like that, a platform for real time, actually is not only about the processing, it's not about the RAM, but actually it's about the line, the bandwidth. We call it a bandwidth. I wish I can show you how do I check it. Let me log into my own server. Okay, this is actually not good to show people my IP address, my domain name, actually. So, but I don't care. If you want to, if you wish to hack, and then just hack it. I don't care. I don't care so much, actually. I've been through so much. Okay. So since then, when I developed a software for my for my employer, actually, we use PeerJS framework for video call, which is not so good library, but it's a simple library to start up. And then we create our own media server with Curento. So with PeerJS, it's simple. You can connect person, 3%, 4%. But the problem is they rely totally on P2P, peer to peer. So that means if you have multiple stream that go through you, your usage bandwidth, your CPU usage on your current computer, on your current device, will be so high. So that's why we need a media server, which is we just combine all the stream on the server, and then the server just return back to the client or to the our students with only one stream. So their usage, their their internet. I just ate my MacD. um, their usage, their internet, their what I call this CPU usage, the RAM, will cost them so low. Okay, but we need a very great server. So the Currento also is not so good because they are not maintained. It's not well maintained, as we see in their GitHub. Even though they wrote here it's 3 November, the latest update, but got some bugs, got some features that is not allowed in certain browser like Safari, especially Safari, because we develop apps for iOS, and then this library is, I don't think is quite reliable library. So then I decided. So the first step, I use PeerJS for simple one, and then the second step I use Currento, and then the next step. So what we use now in our company is I develop my own media server for webinar. So we just accept all the stream from the user, and then we just return one stream to user. But then if they want to call privately, then we can use the PeerJS. So they have to bear their CPU usage between them. But if they want to talk with their teacher, and then they will use our media server. Uh, I want to check my live. Is it still live? What the heck is this love face XYZ? I go. How do I remove this? Mm, report. Actually, someone just spam my comment, so I will just report it. Report unwanted child abuse, hate speech, graphic, violence, harassment, and bullying, pornography, and sexual explicit material. I want to go to child abuse. I think maybe this one quite hard, and YouTube will give attention to them. Because they spam me, and I will scam them too. Pornography. Okay, so I continue my life. Actually, for programming, I started with VB, and then I go with PHP, and then I go with Java for mobile apps, and then at the end, I think around 2017 or 2016, the Xamarin has started to popular. Oh, I really love it. I really like it because I can develop two apps in one coding with native environment. It's not like the Cordova, it's not like the phone gap. Back then, the phone gap is quite popular. The phone gap, and then after phone gap, the Ionic started, and then the React Native come up. But I think the best thing is the C Sharp, because the C Sharp with Xamarin, the code is quite simple, is understandable, and it's not it's not making me confused with the other language, because like the React Native, they combine the JavaScript and the HTML in a single file, which is, I think it's quite confused, which one is the correct JavaScript and which one is not a correct JavaScript for client side. So I don't really like the React Native, even though I have been using it for, I think, maybe one or two apps before, but I stopped and then I used Xamarin. But the sad news is, started this year, the Xamarin has totally dead. The Microsoft announced it that Xamarin will be closed, so I'm very sad. But it's the only the Xamarin form. I think the only the Xamarin form will be closed. It's not all the Xamarin. Because they are developing a new library, new framework. They call it Maui, MAUI, Microsoft. Um, uh, I don't quite remember Maui Microsoft. What is it name? What it stand for? .NET Maui. What is Maui? What is Maui? Oh man. What is Maui stand for? Maui does martial art multimedia. No, it's not this. What is Maui Microsoft? What is the name? What is the name? I want the full name of Maui. Actually, I forgot it. The name, the long name for Maui. Multi-platform app UI. Yes, this one. Multi-platform app UI. So they call it Maui, and they replace the Xamarin. Actually, the Maui, what I see here is Maui is they maybe they follow the idea of Flutter, I think. So the Flutter also is good, but I'm not pro in Flutter. But I've done some apps with Flutter, but a demo app with Flutter. The thing that I don't like with Flutter is they use uh, the variable name, the property name that don't quite don't quite popular. Like, let's say in the Android Java, we call it gravity for placing somewhere, or the margin, the padding. But inside the Flutter, they use some names that doesn't fire up my mind. They use the name like the axis. I don't know why, but maybe the programmer just like, boring at the office. Oh, I'm boring as a programmer. Let's put the name that I like. Maybe like that. I don't think that It's quite a reliable name. Okay. So for hacking, actually, I've been doing a seminar for this last year, 20th December 2021 on YouTube and Facebook Live. It's actually free. But if you want to join my Google Meet, so you can ask question or you want to start a debate, maybe you want to show that you are a hero, uh, and then maybe you want to share your screen too to show maybe a live show of your errors or something like that. Then you can pay me around $2.5. In Malaysia is 10 ringgit. Actually, this payment you can make it online. I think this, what is this? This user just spam me again. I don't know how to remove, how to block it. I just hide user from this channel. Then I will report it again. Okay. Loveface.xyz. I think this website needs to be hacked. Actually, this person is spamming my live, my stream live. Loveface.xyz. I don't want to open the page, but I think I want to make some search. Being low. What is the name? What is the name? Where is it? Loveface.xyz. Ping loveface.xyz. Oh, they use IPv6. Actually, I don't have environment to really scan it. Okay, so I will just I remove it. Remove. Goodbye. 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 Report pornography. Report pornography. And report pornography. This is a bad attitude. Actually, one of my seminar will talk about spam, and then this is one of them. Spam is quite dangerous. It's very dangerous actually. But how people see is the hacking is only the hacker is hacking a device. We take control of a computer. We take control of the network. We take control of a mobile phone. But actually, hacking is more bigger than that. Let's see about the spam. What is spam can do to us? Even a spam, we don't know the server vulnerabilities, we don't know the application vulnerabilities, but we still can take down the application. So how to do that? So the simple way is the spam, because for me the spam nowadays, the modern spam is one of the DDoS attack, the modern DDoS attack, the modern way of we doing DDoS attack. Why I come up with spam, uh, because spam we can flood their application. It's not flood. If we use DDoS to attack our target, let's say a bank, a Maybank, a CIMB bank. If you want to hack I don't talk about hacking, but actually how to take down the Maybank. Actually, just an example. So the simple way is DDoS. We can DDoS get their IP and then get their routing, the DNS, and then all the IP, all the directories of their IP address and then their networks. Maybe we can flood their DNS service, just like I think 5 or 6 years ago, the Facebook also got the same problem. Their DNS server got flooded. So we can take down them via the network application, but the spam is not targeting the network application, because network application nowadays has been built up for strong enough. Just like GitHub itself, they can afford 2 TB of attack. Wow, that's a lot big, because as we know, the network appliance it doesn't come up with hard disk with a very big memory. But if the appliance can handle 2 TB of attacks, that means the appliance is very, very well and very good. It's not like our application. Our application just like a website. A website can be up to, or can be online if the disk, as far as the disk is not full, because the session needed the temporary memory, which is it will take the hard disk memory, okay, the disk memory. Let's say the spam, we want to take down a website and we don't know what the website has hard disk, how much the gigs of their hard disk, but we can still take down the website if we know one error. Only one error is enough, and then we loop it the error, so the error will be logged into their logs, their log file. And then how about if one error logs take around 80 bits. Let me calculate. Sample of SQL error. Let's say SQL error. SQL error. Tak ada. Nope. I want to see the, okay, let's say this one. Okay, this one. Syntax error in SQL statement. So let us calculate how many error generated can turn down a website. So let's see, I have one error, only one error in the website. So now I'm going to calculate the character char count, byte count. Byte. Okay. So I will paste here, and then we know that this error have 157 bytes. Let's say one person can loop infinite loop within, let's say 5 hours. Okay, so let's take plus or minus, in 1 second they can make 2 requests, which mean these lines of error generated twice in 1 second. So that's mean, let's just open our calculator, calculator. Okay, let's say I have 115 byte of error times 2 per 1 seconds, and then times 60 for 1 minute, times 60 for 1 hours, times 5 for 5 hours. So let's say, so we have around let me by per 1000 bytes, so we get so we have 5.6 MB for 5 hours for 1 person. So let me divide it for by 1000 again. So we have 5.6 maps per user per 5 hours. Okay, let's say we have 1000 users times 1000 users, because actually one computer can make multiple HTTP requests to one server. So if we only have one PC, maybe I can run with i7, maybe i7 with 3.6 gigahertz. My RAM is quite good, at least 32 or 16 gigs. And then I can open my terminal, and then I can open like maybe 100 terminal. I can run on 100 thread for make the request. So per request they have 2 errors, which is cost them around 300 bytes. And then we run it for 5 hours, so we have 5.6 megabytes. So 1%, let's say we run it on a thread like 100 thread. How to delete it? How to delete this? Okay. So we have 500 maps only for 5 hours. So if the user using low spec of VPS. Let's say, where is it? Where is it? Why is so slow? Why is it so slow? So let's see. Let's say they use a VPS, and they use the lowest VPS, which is this one. Only have 1 gig RAM and 2 GB of 20 GB of disk space. So plus or minus, they install the OS, the application. Maybe it took like 2 gigs, so they have 18 gigs more. So we have 0.5 gig here. Let's see, 18 gigs, 0.5. 18 gigs per 0.5, because we have 5 hour for 500 maps, and we want to calculate how many people need to run to tear down this 18 GB storage. Only need 36 people. That means is I have 2 laptop or 3 laptop, and then my other friend also have 3 laptops, so we need only 12 of us just to take down a website. This is not DDoS, but this one is spam attack. So this is how crazy a spam attack can be. So spam attack, I categorize it as a modern DDoS, spam of death. Maybe I know I just talked to some of my seniors, and they just argue with me. They tell me that spam is not a DDoS. DDoS is on, yeah, I know the DDoS is actually on mostly on the appliance of network appliances, but the spam is more to our application based attack. So I still want to categorize it as like a DDoS, I call it a spam of death. Just like the DDoS, we call it a ping of death, and then the spam, I call it as spam of death. Actually, I want to talk more about it, but I will save it on my seminar on 27th December. Actually, next week on Monday, 2 p.m. in Malaysia. I don't know what time in other country, but you can search it. Can search for it. If you want to register, you can just actually you don't need to register. Just be there on 2 p.m. because it's free. Actually, it's free. But if you want to certificate of attendees and want to join my what I call it, my Google Meet. Okay, you want to ask me question, or you want to open a debate, you want to show your screen, or anything else. So then you just can join my live via my Google Meet. But that one you need to pay 10 ringgit per person. Okay, 10 ringgit in Malaysia is actually like $2.5 in US, I think. But actually my target is Malaysians, Singaporean, Indonesian, maybe Thailand. Actually, I don't think the Indonesian like me because my application got hacked multiple times by Indonesian. I don't know why. But in my seminar, we'll talk about how do we categorize that people is a hacker or not. Because when we search on Google, what is hacker, what a hacker mean, what a hack mean, what a hacking means, they will categorize it as 3 or 4 hat: the black hat, white hat, gray hat, blue hat, red hat. Actually, these things, the hat categorized, I don't think is important, because it's just part of the etiquette, but it's not the knowledge of hacking. But for me, a hacker is someone who knows to hack and they have motive to hack something. Because there's case, I think around 5 or 6 years ago too, a boy in the US, in California, I think, a boy is accidentally hacked the Bank of America. I think the news is still there. Actually, the boy just following the tutorial on YouTube, but the boy accidentally hacked the bank. So are we calling the kid this hacker because he don't know what he do, and then he just accidentally hacked the bank? So I don't think we call it them categorized as hacker. If we want to put a hat on them, what hat we want to use? The black hat, the gray hat, the white hat, what hat? So I don't know I don't want to talk about the hat on my seminar, on the next week seminar, but I will talk more how the hacker work. sorry, how the hacker works, and why they do that, and how they do that, how to know that our application is hackable, is vulnerable. The simple way, without any tools, you can just try with your mobile phone. You can use your web browser. Don't need to install any tools just to check that your application is secure or not. And then I will show you um, how to prevent it. What is the plan to prevent the attack, and then how to control the attack. So I will talk it more on my actually on my seminar on 27th December. Actually, I don't know if anyone actually watch my stream. If none of you watching, I don't care, because this is my test live streaming. So actually, I just want to test my live streaming. This is my first streaming. I stream on Facebook and stream on YouTube, because I just want to rehearse my talk, my pronunciation, to talk more on 27th December. Okay, so what's more to talk actually? So education. Okay, so actually my path in education is not quite good. When I finish my secondary school, I don't get a chance to continue in college or university. So I just start to learn by myself. I follow tutorials, many tutorials on Udemy, on plural sites. I think it's plural site. I think this one. American privately had online education. Yes, this one. So I follow Pluralsight, Udemy, and Code Code Academy. I think this one. So I follow this platform to learn coding, to learn hacking, and Udemy is most of the resource I get. And then but then when I can work on my I can do program on my own, I started reading the articles from tutorials point. So tutorials point, on their library, they have a lot of ebooks on technology, on education, on networks. I really like this website. I hope this website is not taken down or charged for money. Actually, this one is my learning path. This website helped me a lot. Okay, and their notes, their modules is quite simple for me to digest. Maybe I just get used to it. You guys can try to read on here to gain more knowledge. And I actually not finishing. I'm not reading all of this. I just reading which I want. Maybe like PHP, like Python, and more. Okay. So then, actually, I continue my study in accounting, diploma in accounting, but then I stopped. Then just like 1 year ago, I started my part-time study in Open University Malaysia. It's a part-time study for degree in information technology. But again, I stopped on the first semester. Actually, uh, I don't like this subject because it's like too basic for me to write something on it. I just don't like it. So I'm getting bored. So the first semester I just dropped from from the university. I think I started boring. I think I'm boring in study in college. So that's my story. But I don't market to people that don't study. You just continue your study, okay? Because in college, in university, you can learn the etiquette of working, etiquette of communication. It's not like me. I need to learn more to my seniors, to my friends who learn in university, in college. I talk to them, and then I just I need information from them too. Actually, a few of my friends who been inside the university, they helped me a lot. Like one of my friends, let me show you his Facebook. Because he's a businessman, he's also a programmer, which is back to around 7 years ago. Uh, he's looking for me to teach him coding, so he's kind of like my student or my apprentice. I don't know what words to use. So this is Rashid Alwi. He's a programmer too, and he has business too. They do programming, they do security, they do lot of things in IT, and he has very good knowledge also in IT, in Laravel, in new technology. It's not like me. I'm just an old school programmer, which is I'm still developing my framework to use a framework. I don't use just the modern framework like Laravel, Coordinator, and more. I think I'm quite old now. Oh man, shit. Uh, so then I have GitHub, and I put some of my works on GitHub, and some of them are free, or I think I can say open source. It's a free, and some of them is not free. My private, for my business. So let's see my GitHub account. Mr. Harry. One of my popular GitHub is simple JavaScript keylogger. So this one I use simple JavaScript to make a keylogger and more. And others, I have my own PHP framework. I got a lot of project here, but most of them is not public. Where is my yeah, this is my framework. This is my small framework for my learning path, which is I developed it around 3 years or 4 years ago. It's an object-oriented MVC, but it's not quite well MVC actually, because I don't code it to the end. I just code it to what thing I can do since then. Okay, so this is just an open source and for my study. Maybe got people out there that needs to study how the object-oriented works, how the framework works in a real basic of PHP, and then this PHP can be used. This PHP framework, a small PHP framework, this one can be used to determine the security and more. And another, I have one project that named Clone Ome TV. This one is part of my YouTube content. Here, let me show you the Ome TV clone project. I have full video on how I develop the random call, how to make a video call, how to set up a server for video call, how to set up the Cotton, how to set up the SSL, how to set up the domain name, how to buy a domain name, how to buy a VPS, how to set up a VPS, and all of them I put in my Ome TV clone project in my playlist, YouTube playlist. So this is one of my content. Maybe if you are a student or you are a businessman that might need a video call, video conference, a simple one for 1-to-1, between 3%, 2%, then you can use my tutorial here to check how is it going, how does it work. Okay, so this is the code, the full code, the working codes are giving it here. Oops, this one is not. This one is PHP framework. Yeah, this one, the clone Ome TV project. And below here, I just put the reference that you might need. But sadly, this project doesn't get so much star. Maybe it's not so popular because this video, most of my video, I talk in Malay. It's not talk in English. Just this live, I talk in English because I want to practice my pronunciation, practice my. I just want to avoid my nervous. This is the way I work. Before I do live, I do camera recording, and then every time I record, and then when I do work, I will hear it back. So I will check my words. I will check my pronunciation. I check my grammar. I know my grammar is bad now. I check my everything, my content, my messages that I want to deliver to person, and many more. So I just will keep hearing it back because I don't have any people who want to hear my chit chat. So I just need to hear it by myself. Lol. So I don't know how long I've been talking alone here. Where to see my time? Where to see my time? Where to see my time? Hmm? Where to see my time? Thing in Facebook. Discard and exit. Pages. Harry tag. Don't forget to like my Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube. Actually, my YouTube full of content in Malay, but I think might help or might not help. I don't. I'm sorry, but if you are Malays, you are Malaysians. This is content for Malaysian. I talk in Malay. I do programming, and so much more there. Okay, this is my marketing live hacking seminar where mobile app penetration testing. Yes, I have mobile app penetration testing for my seminar 27 December. So just come. Okay, it's a free seminar. Just come because I will be showing you how to actually reverse engineer an application, a mobile application, how to reverse it from the app in APK or the apps from our phones. How do we get the app from the phone? Then we will extract it. We get their images, their settings, their everything, and then how from the codes we want to convert it into Java code, a readable Java code, and how to do that. I will showing you in my seminar on Monday, 27 December 2021 at 2 p.m. time in Malaysia. Okay, so just come, just be there on 2 p.m. on Monday. Okay, I'll be talking about my some of topic in hacking. Where's my live here? I don't know how long I've been talking alone here. 47 minutes ago. Oh, it's not an hour. Actually, I need to talk an hour so that I can gain more confidence, I think. Yeah, and then, but I don't know what to do now. What I need to do now, what I want to show you, I don't have any idea now. Let me share with you how I, uh, as a Windows user, as a programmer, as a hacker, I'm not a hacker, as a pen tester, maybe, how I inspect or how I monitor my server, my live activities, my server live activities. I don't know what words to use. Um, Let me make this screen bigger. Uh, Not quite bigger. I will make it bigger. Okay, so the first is I use Ubuntu or Debian. I like this too. But our load balancer server we use actually is Nginx. We use I think it's like CentOS. I think maybe for my company server, but this is my server. Actually, every time I want to check how many bandwidth that been used now actually it's a real time a live stat, so I will using this stat. Oops, this stat command not found, so maybe we can install it first. Apt dash get install dstat. So dstat is a monitoring software that we can monitor our network download and uploads. So how many bytes that server receive and how many bytes that server giving back. So that means the people upload and the people downloads. So it's a simple command, and then I can use dstat. So we can see here This is the read and write. Actually, I think this one for file writing and read and write. And then this one is receive and send. This is a network bandwidth. So as we can see here, it's a receive, that means people upload to us, people send to us, and then send, that means people download from us. Okay, so we can say that receive is in, send is out. So how many that we receive now is actually 14 byte, and then this one is 432 byte has been sent to the client. Maybe I don't know which clients. If you want to see more, I think we can use if top. Okay, if top. We can install it first. apt-get install if-top. So with if-top, you can see is double. Check. So from if-top, so we can see that my server has connected to one of this IP. I don't know whose IP is this. Okay, this one. I don't know whose IP is this and which host is this. Maybe is one of our tracing route or else. So how many byte that has been sent for this specifically server or IP address? Okay, so this is if-top, which is we can see more clear, more specific target. Okay, but if we just want to see the overall, we can use the state. I like to use this state rather than if-top, because this state I think is actually more accurate, I think, rather than if-top. So 400 byte, this one I think maybe got some peoples that open my website, or the 400 or 800 byte, this one is for my SSH connection, because in this state they show the result of send and receive actually is for all, the whole VPS. It's not for web, but it's all. That means if I have sent emails, if I use SSH, I use FTP, SFTP, and others, maybe POP3, IMAP. So everything is calculated in one side, which is in this state. Okay. And then if I want to track some of activities that maybe we suspect as a virus. Actually, we have been attacked a few times. So what I do is I run let's say top. So this top is actually like a task manager in Windows. So they show what application is running and which CPU usage has been used to hide. So but this one is not quite interactive, I think. So that's why I use #top. Also, #top is not on my server. apt-get install #top. So #top is like a top command, but #top is more interactive, which is we can see the percentage very easily from the top left here. So we can see the CPU usage, how many percent, the RAM, how many percent, and then we can see on the below what is the service that has been run so much. So from here we can see that MySQL, and then we can sort it if we want to see which is the highest memory has been used. So I can click the memory by percentage, so we can see that the RAM has been used so much for my MySQL service, my database. So if I want to click on my CPU, I will see that my #top has used the #top. This one, this interactive top is using so much CPU usage. So then it's clearly actually if someone has hacked you, puts a virus that runs background, so you can see in here. And then you can see too that the script is run on which user. Is it root? Is it not root? Maybe www-data, or Apache user. So you can see from the left. So this is very important. So if you want to kill some IDs, you can just press on F9. So this one, actually you can choose and then just press F1. So it will kill the process. But I don't want to do it now because I don't have nothing to kill here. Okay. And then what tools we use? Actually, this is the basic tools. So for monitoring, if we got hacked, so how do we monitor this one and more. And then since then, when we got hacked, we always we always check the log first, the logging first. So where to find the log? Actually, it's var logs log. It's not logs, log. So in var log, we can see so many log here. MySQL, Let's Encrypt, Exim for email maybe, apt log, and Apache too. So if our website got hacked, got accessed by someone, we can see from the access log here. Okay, so in access log, actually is quite big. The file is quite big. Okay, let me sort it. If our server got hacked, we can see here the IP and the get, the method, the HTTP method, either one is a get or post, and then we can see the path. So which path that they get into. So from there we can detect our vulnerabilities. So actually from here I can say that someone tried to hack me. They tried to connect with my actually this is one of the word list attack, the brute force. They brute force my directory. I think this one, this IP, I don't know who. This person, this IP 108.162.237.235 is trying to hack me. I think this person is trying to hack me because this path is actually is not in my server, but they just use a word list. They brute force. They tried one by one the path, which path got into my available in my directory, but actually it's not there because my website has not using the WordPress. Okay, has not using the WordPress. So much in here. So this one I think is from our server itself. And then so this is the IP, the other IP. Actually they redirected from Baidu, but this one is 301. I don't know why, what they are doing. So then again we found that people try to attack me with WordPress scanning. Then it's not actually work because I'm not using WordPress, guys. Come on. I'm an old school. I don't know so much about WordPress. Actually, I can develop WordPress, but uh, it's not my jam. It's not my. It's not my favorite. So this is the error log that I told you before. If someone want to sabotage you, okay, let's say people want to sabotage me, they just need to find an SQL error or PHP error. If they found a PHP error or SQL error, just like I calculate for you just now, okay, they can spam this error log. So this error log can be reached to 1 gig, 2 gig, 4 gig, 10 gig, and then they will divide it into the archive file. So let's see here. So that's why if we develop a software, please make sure to avoid the error, because if the error has been logged in our files, that means we are we are vulnerable on spam attack. Even people don't know that we are vulnerable on that, but people can try because spam is easy. We can always make it whenever we want, wherever we want, and the code is quite simple, but I don't want to show it tonight. I will talk more about hacking about common attack, S congestion, XSS attack, spam attack, data tamper, mobile application reversing. This I combine for mobile and web hacking in my banner here. Where is my banner? My banner. Okay, this is my banner. Okay, web and mobile app penetration testing. So I will talk more about it on my seminar. So just come to my seminar. I don't know if got guys that listen to me here, but I don't care. Okay, actually this is my test live streaming. So if you like it, then you can like it. If you don't like it, you can comment why you don't like it. Okay, if you know me, you can also comment that you know me. If you don't know me, so pleasure to meet you. Okay, and then I apologize if I talk some harsh words, or sorry, maybe I got no attitudes in talking to you. I'm sorry. Maybe I talk too fast, maybe I talk too slow, maybe I talk too loud, or I talk too low voice. So I'm sorry. If you free, then we will meet again in our seminar in 27th December. Oops, sorry. And then we will talk more on hacking mobile apps and web apps, hacking on them. Okay, so it's been an hour now, so I will be stop my live because I have some works to do. I want to hear back my live. I want to check my stream. Is it okay to take a straight live on 1 hour? Maybe next time I will be doing 2 hours of live streaming. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming here. I'm sorry once again. I'm sorry if I use a bad language. I speak some bad things. I spoke about wrong things. I'm sorry. So just comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. Thank you. Assalamualaikum to all of you who wish Muslims.